Aloha, and if you're thinking about moving to Hawaii, these are the top 10 pros and cons of living on the Big Island. Number one con is there's lack of conveniences. Somebody who grew up on the East Coast like myself in Manhattan and then the Jersey Shore and then over to the Bay Area was really spoiled when it came to restaurant and food choices. My dad cooked the Julia Child's cookbook when he was a kid, and so he was a big foodie and made these amazing dinners. If you like food, this might not be the best place for you. However, there's always interesting food to try here in Hawaii. Also, conveniences. If you go to order an appliance, it could be 3 or 4 months before you actually receive that appliance after ordering it, or furniture or something like that. And then there's also going to be concerts. There's not a whole lot of concerts, so you might have to go over to Oahu or Maui for live entertainment. There is some good live entertainment here. And so there is a lot of conveniences you give up, but it doesn't mean you can't get access to those things as well. It just means you might have to be a little bit more patient. There might not be quite as many options for dinner, and you might have to use Amazon a lot more. Number two con is things move slow around here. Have you ever heard of Hawaii time? Well, it's a real thing. So be patient. Please don't. There's probably a reason why you moved here, and it does move a little bit slower. Number three con is it's expensive. A 1-bedroom condo can run from $1,600 to $2,500 and up, and a 2-bedroom condo can run from $2,400 to $4,000 and up. For a 3-bedroom home, you're looking at a minimum of $3,200, and a 4-bedroom home in this area is $4,500 and up from there. Now remember, this is the Kailua-Kona and the Waikoloa Kohala Coast areas. A gallon of milk is about $7. You want to go to Costco and get 2 loaves of whole wheat, whole grain bread. You're looking at about $12 to $14. Number 4 con is public schools are not the greatest, but check out some charter schools or private schools. I've made a list on the link below for schools in the Waikoloa, Kohala, and Kona areas. Number 5 is lack of job opportunities. There's not a whole lot of opportunity to climb the corporate ladder, but good thing is more jobs are working remotely online. Obviously, it's a great place if you're going to retire or have your own business or you're self-employed. And it's not to say that if you don't come here, there aren't opportunities. Potentially, if you're a doctor or have a small business, because there's people that are really, really busy, especially the contracting field. And of course, tourism is a big industry here as well. And that's how I moved to the island, through tourism and hospitality. Number 6 con of living on the Big Island is there's not a lot of dog-friendly places. I know if you're like me, you probably consider your dog a family member, a close family member, just like your kids, right? But there is not a lot of places you can go. Now, if you're in Kona, there's a place called Dog Beach. It's by the harbor. Or if you're up here in the Waikoloa, Kohala Coast area, you can go just to south of A Bay or Anaehoomalu Bay, or you can go to Mauumae Beach. For dog-friendly restaurants, shout out to my friends Alan and Shano, who own Willie's Hot Chicken. They've had a lot of success. It's a great restaurant, and you can bring your dog there, as well as Lava Java right on the water. And then up here, you've got A Bays, which is like a bar and grill across from the Marriott Waikoloa, or you can go check out Lava Beach Club, which has amazing ambiance. It's right on the beach in Waikoloa. Number 7 con of living on the Big Island is the fog and the lava. Now, this is also one of the coolest things about living on an island is the active volcano that we have here. Whether it's Kilauea or Mauna Loa erupting, it's amazing. It changes the terrain of the land, and it can cause big inconveniences, but it is something you do have to deal with here. And so if you're an elderly, you have asthma, or sometimes young children have trouble breathing, respiratory problems, so make sure to look into that, as it could affect you. Number 8 con of living here on the Big Island in Hawaii is that we don't really have any seasons. Whether you're down by the beach in Kona or you're up here in Waikoloa area, it's about 83 degrees on average. Now, some people might love that coming from a cold environment, but you might miss the seasons. Now, that's not to say that you can't go catch some snow. If you want to have a snowball fight or build a snowman, you can, go up to the top of Mauna Kea and have fun. Or, if you even go up to higher elevations in Kona, in the 3,000 feet range, you could hit the 60s or even the 40s, or go up to Waimea. It can get quite cold at night. So there is a mix of climates. Just make sure you research specifically where you're going to live first. Number 9 con of living in Hawaii is there's culture shock. Don't come here and say, oh, when we lived here, this is the way we did it. No, you don't live in wherever you lived anymore. You moved to Hawaii. So adapt to the culture, take time to learn about it. When I first moved here, somebody told me, you're not gonna fit in if you don't adapt to the culture. So adapt to the culture in Hawaii. Hawaii is not gonna adapt to you. And as long as you have respect for the Aina, which is the land, and the people, and Hapuna, which is the elderly, you'll fit in just great. Number 10 con of living in Hawaii is island fever. I know if you like to travel as much as I do, my husband, my daughter, and I love to travel. You can go to other islands, but you might have island fever. The good thing is you can always go somewhere and then come back. Now I will share, you're gonna have longer travel times. It's gonna be more expensive. So take that into consideration. One of my favorite things about living on the island is that when you go home from vacation, you're going to Hawaii. So most people, when they go home from vacation, are sad, but you're happy. You're like, yay, I get to go home to Hawaii. And people are like, wow, you live here? And you're like, yeah, I live here. So it's actually pretty cool when you have to go home from vacation, you're not so sad. I'm making it as a pro, it is a con for some people. Some people do get island fever, so just keep that in mind too. If you're liking everything I'm sharing so far, please hit that subscribe button and I'll share more videos just like this. So, all right, let's go to the pros of living in Hawaii. Number 1 pro, what do you think it is? People are not materialistic. This is honestly one of my favorite things about living in Hawaii. It's very much about the culture. Family is a huge value. People put great emphasis on their family and also just having experiences. It's not about keeping up with the Joneses. Like, I lived back on the East Coast, I live in the San Francisco Bay Area. It was like, what do you drive? What do you wear? It was very materialistic and it's not that way here, so I really like that. But now, it doesn't mean you can't get pockets of that. Obviously, there's that here too, but for the most part, it's not really a thing. Number 2 pro of living in Hawaii is we have access to world-class beaches. It's amazing. We live in such a beautiful place. 2 of my favorite beaches are Hapuna Beach and Mauna Kea Beach, but we have the most incredible, pristine white sand beaches, and some people have to travel really far, but we've got them in our own backyard. Number 3 pro of living in Hawaii is actually a really safe place to live. There's a very low crime rate. Now, I'm not telling you to keep your doors unlocked if you go to a major tourist area and you're driving what is obviously a rental car. I'm just saying Hawaii is a really place to live and we're really, really grateful. Number 4 pro of living on the Big Island in Hawaii is there are endless outdoor activities, from fishing to biking to hiking to swimming to golfing to surfing, you name it. Scuba diving, there's so many amazing outdoor activities, so make sure you take advantage when you live here. Number 5 pro of living in Hawaii is it is the best weather on the planet. It averages about an 83 degrees all year long, whether you're in Kona or you're in Waikoloa. It's really warm weather and it's really nice. So enjoy the best weather on the planet, according to Guy Hagi. Number 6 pro of living on the Big Island, it is beautiful. We live in one of the most beautiful places on earth, and I'm just so thankful for that, and you will too when you live here. There's so much extraordinary beauty and there's so much diversity in terms of the terrain, and it's truly just a magical place. Number 7 pro of living on the Big Island in Hawaii is gonna be the Aloha Spirit. We live aloha, we really do. There's so much aloha lifestyle here and cultural history. There's really a lot of natives that still live here, and it's a beautiful thing. And so the Aloha Spirit is definitely one of my favorite things about living here on the island. Number 8 reason to live on the island, and one of my number 1 pros, is your friends and family will be jealous. I know, yeah, rub it in their face, but I'm telling you, it's really cool. They'll feel like you live in this magical dream world. You might have a lot of visitors coming in, but it's a really cool thing to live here. And whether you like it or not, your friends and family are gonna be jealous of you. Number 9 pro of living on the Big Island is the ability to live off the land. You truly can create your own farm and horticulture here. From Mauka, the mountains, to Makai'i, the ocean. You could literally live off the land, from hunting in the mountains to fishing in the oceans to growing your own fruits and vegetables. The soil is very mineral rich and it's a great environment to do so. So if you have a green thumb, not like myself, my husband does, it's a great place to take advantage of that. Number 10 pro of living in Hawaii is that you get to pretend you're a tourist. When you're not working, you get to live here. So make sure you take advantage. Island hopping is only an hour or 2 or 3 away, depending on which island you want to go to. It's really close. And make sure you take advantage of it. You get to pretend that you're a tourist. So when you're not working, it's really easy just to go to another spot on the island and you feel like you're on vacation, even though you live here. It's really cool. If you liked this video, please hit the subscribe and stay tuned for more videos like this to come. And a lot of the things I mentioned will be in the description below. There'll be links and recommendations on the 10 pros and cons of living in Hawaii. Thanks for watching and hope you're living aloha every day. I'll see you guys next time.